Number 15, Zazina Akuso. Number 25, Megan Mackay. Head coach Shannon Seacock, assisted by Mason Rogers, Tanya Baxter, and Luke Brennan. Number 3, Brittany Smart. Number 3, Michaela Ruth. Number 4, Talia Tupea. Number 5, Jade Melbourne. Number 7, Hannah Kaiser. Number 8, Abby Cabillo. Number 9, Madison Barocci. Number 12, Mariana Toro. Number 14, Alex Delaney. Number 21, Keely Froling. Number 23, Kelsey Griffin. Head coach is Paul Garris, assisted by Beal. Ladies and gentlemen, can I now ask you to please be outstanding?
Right? of the opening round of the Chemist Warehouse WNBL, and to close it out, we've got a good one. It's the two-time defending champs, the Canberra Capitals, up against the Townsville Fire, young and exciting team, fresh off an opening night win. Good evening, everybody. Liam Santamaria on hand alongside WNBL Life member Tracy Browning. And Trace, what an unbelievable first week of action we've seen so far.
Oh, it's been incredible. The opener was an overtime game. We saw Boomers beat the Flyers, which nobody expected. The game just before us had 10 lead changes in the last half. Like, it's just been incredible. So, and you know, we've got one game to go, and I'm expecting some more of the same. A
triple header, a Super Sunday session of WNBL action to close out the round. And let's zero in on this clash in particular, Tracy, and let's start with the Capitals. Missing three key players, including superstar Kelsey Griffin, and got done in overtime, as you mentioned, on the opening night. Michaela Roof, ankle injury, she's right to play. Who needs to step up for this Capitals team?
Look, I think we saw in the last game, you know, Keely Froling had an impact with 19 points. Maddie Rocci was incredible with 21 points. Tolo, I believe, is not on restricted minutes tonight. She's just going to play her normal game, so she's one to watch out for, obviously. So, you know, and Kabilo is another one. She needs to step up, and she had 5 points last game, but I feel like she's got a lot more in her, and so, yeah, we're expecting a lot more from her.
It's the 6-week sprint this WNBL season. How important is it for the Cats, who we know are super talented, are going to be really good as they get their players back in action, to get this second game and get back to 500?
Look, it's super important, you know, to win any game, I suppose, but I think, you know, you really have to take into account the element of player management. You know, you've got back-to-back games, you've got some days less than 24 hours break in between, so you really have to manage the players, and perhaps you might have to concede a couple of losses in doing that, you know. Not that you ever want to concede a game, but you know, player management is super important, and it's going to play a big part in 6 weeks' time.
Here are the Fire. How impressive were they on opening night when they took care of business against the Perth Lynx? And Trace, their dynamic backcourt duo of Shyla Hill and Lauren Nicholson particularly impressed.
Oh, God, those two are fantastic to watch. Shyla Hill, what a exciting young player she is. Everybody is just waiting to see her explode into a superstar.
And so we're underway in this final game of the opening round, and the Capitals, they have first possession. They pound it straight down low to Tolo, and she scores inside.
It's a great little two-man game there between Tolo and Kabilo. You're going to see a lot of that tonight, I think.
Here is Hill. Sensational, eye-catching performance on opening night. Murray finds Payne, big double-double in their first game for Payne, and an offensive foul called on Megan Mackay down low.
Yeah, they're going to be important, these sort of little fouls early. That one probably could have gone either way. They were just jostling for position. It could have even been a no call.
Here is Rocci, 21-8-7 in their opening night loss. Jade Melbourne looking to get herself going, and foul called underneath, as Tolo was trying to get that catch from Melbourne, and the Capitals will get it back.
Oh, Jade Melbourne will feel a little bit better about that pass then. But what an opportunity for Jade Melbourne. She's out of the centre of excellence. She's had a really good junior career, and she was a late recruit. She stepped right in there into the starting lineup.
And ball deflected by the Fire there, as Melbourne tried to inbounds. Capitals get another look at it. Here's Froling. Can't finish in the paint. Payne with another big, strong board. Watching that double-double on opening night. Really impressed. And I think an offensive foul might have been called there on Mackay, which would be her second personal. And she'll immediately take a rest. So 2 quick fouls to Mackay. You imagine it's a Kuso coming in for the Fire.
It's great to see a Kuso coming in. She's an excitement machine, this young girl.
Here's Melbourne, back pick from Cabillo. Froling with the elbow catch. Melbourne gets it back. Tolo, high-low with Froling's not there. She's going off the dribble now, pulls up from range. Can't hit it, and the Fire collect it, and they're off to the races with Heel. Big job here for Cabillo to put the clamps on Heel tonight. Nicholson, bang! Three-point hit from Lauren Nicholson.
Sweet shot there from Lauren Nicholson, who is the daughter of Joanne Piper, who played 4 years in the WNBL back in the 80s for Sutherland and Bankstown.
And wouldn't she be proud of?
She would be super proud.
Going about it. Big-time recruit for the Fire out of the Adelaide Lightning. And the defensive pressure from the Fire caused the turnover, and Murray finishes it down the other end. 5 quick points for Townsville gives them an early lead. The ball swings for the Caps. Here's Rochi, stutter step, floater, caught the arm and got the bucket.
The bucket.
And one take there from Rochi off the dribble.
She's got such a quick first step there, Rochi, and a little hesitation move you see there. Probably was off balance a little bit there, but still managed to make the shot.
What did you make of her opening night performance, Trace? I mentioned 21, 8 and 7, but 27 field goal attempts from Rochi, 7 for 27.
Well, she's a WNBL champion. Like, she's got the confidence to get out there and take those shots, and she has to.
A little zone now, the Caps. Akuso strides her way down the middle, and the Fire will get it back. Foul called on Tolo, her first personal. All tied up here in the early going as Akuso will step to the stripe, and how good is it to see her back on the floor and playing at a high level?
Oh, it's terrific to see her back. She's been out for a season with a knee injury, and I know everybody's really excited about her. She's had a great junior career, and everybody's just sort of waiting to see her burst onto the scene in the big league.
She had an instant impact off the bench against Perth. A couple of quick buckets, and on the attack in the early going here with the early fouls to Mackay. How do the Capitals respond? Melbourne attacks off the dribble.
Oh.
That's a nice take from Jade Melbourne to the rim.
What a great little crossover move there by Jade Melbourne. She's going to get some serious minutes.
Ooh, how's the pressure in the backcourt from the Caps? Froling and Cabillo double teaming and tying up Shyla Hill and winning the ball back for the Capitals. Now, Paul Goris spoke about the need to improve defensively after their opening night loss, and he'll be wrapped with that effort. 5-second violation. The ball goes back to Townsville.
Now, that's not something you see often from the Caps. There's great pressure there from the Fire.
Long inbounds from Payne, finds Nicholson. Calls for the pick from Akuso. Assesses, attacks. Tolo sends it away, and the ball goes back to Canberra.
It's always ambitious trying to shoot a hook shot over the long arms of Tolo, isn't it?
Oh, 196 centimetres and then some.
Yeah.
The 4-time champion. And as you mentioned, the minutes restriction is off, and she's up and about tonight. Tolo, Froling lines it up, back of the rim, and Nicholson takes it away. This is where they look so good, Townsville, and I've been impressed with their poise. So new to playing with each other, so many of these players, but
they're certainly getting through their offense.
Payne can't finish with the left. Melbourne finds Cabillo. She assesses her options up the floor in transition. Travel on Cabillo. Good defense.
Great D there. Yep. Great D. She had nowhere to go.
Great job moving her feet there, Shyla Hill, and forcing the turnover. Now 7-6 Canberra. 6 minutes to play in this opening term. Here's Hill. Draws the double. Finds Payne. Can't hit, and Akuso with the foul underneath, fending off Jade Melbourne, who you'd have to say, Trace, is having a much better start to this game than her opening night performance.
Well, she's got that one game under her belt now. She looks like she's full of confidence, and so she should be. she's been given a starting role, and she probably wasn't expecting it being such a late inclusion into the team, but she's grabbing it with both hands. It's great to see.
18 years of age, Jade Melbourne, current scholarship holder at the Centre of Excellence, and heading off to Arizona State next year. And what a great opportunity for her to step out and play these big WNBL minutes.
Oh, she'd be absolutely loving it. Any 18-year-old would be loving this. It's just a fantastic opportunity.
At what age did you make your debut, Chase?
In the WNBL?
Yeah.
I would have been 18.
Was that Coburg?
Well, for the AIS and then Coburg. Yep.
Okay, 5-time champion. The words of Tracy Browning, bringing the WNBL wisdom. Here's Heel. Gets the pick from Akuso after some movement. Oh, look at that cross.
What a
down the
great
lane.
move.
Oh, wow. What a take from Shyla Heel.
Such athleticism there. That quick first step. Drove around 3 players and made a nice little bucket.
The tightness of the handle, too. Outstanding. Triple team for Tolo. Finds Rochi and she cans it.
Beautiful shot.
3-point hit from Madison Rochi gives the Capitals a 3-point lead. Here's Murray down the lane. Can't finish, and Tolo clears it for the Caps. And here's Rochi on the attack.
Oh, great little dish off to Froling.
What a nice read in transition from Rochi. So 5-point advantage for the Capitals. Couple of nice plays from Rochi. The 3-point hit and the dime in transition. Here's Nicholson. Finds Akuso. The Euro step. Can't finish the pressure from Tolo, and here comes Rochi. Cabello on the attack.
Oh,
she
nice
finds
pass.
Tolo, and the Capitals offense is humming. Shannon Seaborn with the momentum, stopping timeout for the Fire. They're getting asked some serious questions by the Capitol.
Yeah, and they don't want to let, they really want to pull the reins back in. They don't want to let the lead blow out too much in this first quarter and then it be a massive job in the second quarter. So let's see what they can do.
He's here. Ball finds Nicholson. Heel, shot fake, floater. Oh, nice, Shyla.
Very nice.
With the runner and the key bucket after the timeout.
The runner, if you don't mind.
Here's Tolo. Roof into the game for the Capitals. And an offensive foul there called on the back pit, trying to free up Tolo. So a good response, Trace, out of the timeout for the Fire. A bucket down one end and a stop down the other.
It was a little bit hard to hear what Shannon Seaborn was saying there. The music was a little bit loud, but whatever he said worked because they came out fired up.
Courtney Woods into the action for Townsville. The rookie out of University of Northern Illinois.
Oh, great pass from
Down the
Hill.
middle. What a pass from Charlotte Hill. And a Kuso with the and one finish down low.
I'd really like to see Kuso, you know, get out there and take some control of the boards, get some good scores up. She's certainly got the ability, and she's going to get better every single game.
What was that pass? I mentioned the deep breaths from Hill. You can see them in the background in that timeout, and she's come out and gone whackety-whack after that timeout with the runner along the baseline, and then a beautiful play off the pick and roll with a Kuso. Froling. Capitals still with that 3-point lead. Here's Rochi. Delaney's into the game. Her first touch. Froling down low. The ball swings. Rochi finds Delaney in the corner. And she can't hit. The Fire off to the races.
That was pretty good ball movement there by the Cavs. So Delaney unfortunately couldn't get that shot to drop, but it was certainly the right one to take.
Here's Heel, rejects the screen. Foul called on Cabillo. We've spoken about Heel a bit in this opening term, Trace, but what is it that you talked about her at the end of the last broadcast as a future star of Australian basketball. What is it that you have enjoyed about her in these opening few games?
Well, I think just her explosiveness and she's athletic, obviously, but her ability to, as we saw there, she's not just that particular pass, but the pass before, she thread it through the eye of a needle. She found the open man, and for an easy layup, like she's certainly got skills in all areas.
Combines with Nicholson there to pull it back to within one, and another stop for the Fire. 3 minutes to play in this opening quarter, 1 point the margin, and Townsville, we said that it was a key moment for them after that fast Canberra run, and they have steadied the ship.
They have. They've got the game back onto their terms, and now it's anyone's game again.
Heel right down Main Street.
Just blew by everybody. Like someone bowled a bowling ball down the middle.
There's a strike. Roof spins to her left, can't finish, gets it back. And good verticality from the Fire, worried her out of the finish. So there's a pep in the step of the Townsville Fire right now. Here is Woods, puts it on the deck. And a foul called on Delaney, and geez, didn't see a lot in it. Trace.
Yeah, there wasn't a lot in that. She may have been a fraction too slow, but certainly not a lot in it. Let's have a look. Oh, maybe.
She turned down the three-point look there, Courtney Woods. First all-time in three-point makes at Northern Illinois. Second all-time in scoring.
That's pretty impressive.
A Queenslander out of Brisbane, playing her rookie season in the WNBL. 6 points in her opening performance. Steph Reed injected into the game by Shannon Seabont. Heel out, Reed in.
Steph Reed made an impressive. She made an impression in her first game, and it's good to see her back out there. She's a little energizer bunny.
Signed with Townsville after 2 years with Southside. It's a bit of a bigger role on this squad. Rochi, starter step, finds Roof down low.
Oh, what a move.
The strength of that move from Roof down low, Trace.
That was certainly all strength, and it's good to see her back out there tonight and showing no signs of that ankle injury, which is great.
Here's Reed, the staggered ball screen. Payne, the ball moves, finds Woods. Here's Nicholson, late in the shot clock, needs to make a play, does that.
What a pass.
And as the buzzer sounds, an air ball from the Fire and the Capitals. That's a good defensive stand from the Caps there for the stop.
Yeah, it was a bit, they had no hope of getting that shot away. Even though the pass from Nicholson wasn't so bad, they wouldn't have been able to get that shot up. Here's
Melbourne. Ball finds Roof down low. Foul called. Foul called on McSpadden, who's in for her minutes, 5th year in the WNBL, and has come to Townsville from the Sydney Flames. Here you can see the foul again, Trace, and they're really making a focus of going inside the Roof.
Yep. Well, I suppose when Tolo's off the floor, they really have to get the ball inside to Roof. She's a big, strong player. She's good back to basket.
A couple of free throw hits from Ruth. 13 and 6 in her opening night performance. Back in the league after not playing last season on a new 2-year deal. Here's Reed. Oh, wow, the pass fake.
What a great move from Steph Reed.
Bucket from Steph Reed.
Steph Reed's got great handles on the ball, and I'm really super glad that she's getting an opportunity to show everybody this year. Limited minutes with the Flyers, not very many at all actually last season, and this move is going to be the best thing for her career.
She can really score. Had that 50-point game in the NBL 1 last year for Frankston. And
she's a shooter for sure.
that was a nasty move down the lane. Here's Froling, attacks, flips it up. Wow, what a bucket from Keely Froling, and one finish.
That is classic Keely Froling. I've seen her do that many a time, and she's very good at it. Good poise in there to be able to get that high on the backboard, drop through the net.
She didn't do a lot wrong, Payne, but Froling drew the contact and just had the sense to flip it up there and get the finish.
Keely Froling is, of course, the daughter of Jenny Froling, nee Lind, who is a WNBL champion and life member also.
What a basketballing family.
Well, and she's Shane's daughter as well.
We saw Harry in action for the Adelaide 36ers pre-season action earlier today. Here's Payne. Sorry, for the Brisbane Bullets against his old team.
Yep.
The Adelaide 36ers is going to have to get used to seeing him in a Brisbane jersey.
Someone will have to make a movie about the Froling story one day.
Inside the final minute of action in the opening quarter, 1-point game. Here's Roof, lines it up from range. It's off the iron, and the Fire will get it back. One final possession. They've got the shot clock turned off.
It's not a bad shot. She was open. She's entitled to take that. I would have.
It's a backcourt pressure from the Caps. Final possession of the opening half. Steph Reed will wind the clock down. The ball gets through hands. Inside the final 10 seconds, it finds Nicholson. Courtney Woods on the attack, and she finishes it. What a bucket on the buzzer. Courtney Woods, as we wind it down at the end of the first term, Trace.
Great work by Townsville there to you know, peg back that Canberra lead, and they've come back and taken the lead right on quarter time.
Outstanding. Gives the Fire a 1-point advantage at quarter time, the rookie. And what a topsy-turvy opening term we just saw.
Yeah, well, there was plenty of action, you know. Maddie Roche exploded in the first few minutes. She's got 6 points, and then Shyla Heal down the other end, shaking and baking and blowing by everybody in the keyway. Yeah, it's been really exciting. Great to watch.
So Roche leads the way for the Caps, as you mentioned, with 6. Froling has 4 and 3 boards. And Tolo and Roof each have 4 as well. And for the Fire, it's Shyla Heal leading the way with 6. Nicholson with 5. That dynamic duo combining for 11 of their 22 opening quarter points. And here you see the team stats. Trace, what catches your eye?
Oh, okay, Caps field goal percentage is at 62, which is pretty good. Oh, they've gone.
There's the counting numbers, the Caps with the rebounding advantage and slightly up there on the assists. What kind of impact has it had for the Caps, do you think, Trace, having
Mariana Tolo back in the starting lineup, playing a full load of minutes thus far.
Oh, look, Mariana Tolo is one of my absolute favourites. In fact, I think she's probably one of everybody's favourites. She's so good to watch, and it's a shame when she has to play restricted minutes or isn't out there, because she's certainly entertaining. She's a fantastic player, and she's going to be a fantastic player for a long period of time, and she's going to be a star of the season.
Fire looking for a 2-0 start to this 6-week sprint of the WNBL season. And Capitals, of course, missing those 3 key players, Kelsey Griffin and Talia Tupaya and Britt Smart.
Yeah, look, if they can manage to win a couple of games without those 3 players, that's going to be a huge bonus for them when they come back.
Griffin with a back complaint. Foul there from Payne in the backcourt, drawn by Rochi. Smart out of half concern, and Talia Tupaya with a shoulder. Now, Trace, we know Kelsey Griffin, right? An absolute superstar of the competition, former MVP, 3-time grand final MVP. Tell us about what the Caps are missing. The offensive foul there from Cabillo. Great pressure in the backcourt from Steph Reed. What are they missing in the absence of Smart and Tupaya?
Well, I guess they're missing a little bit of perhaps leadership out there and in the one spot, although, you know, Rochi and Cabillo are taking up that mantle and just doing a great job. So they're not missing that much. Perhaps experience is probably the major thing, I would say. But, you know, right now, these players that are coming in are doing a great job.
Here's Heel. Finds Reed. I'm enjoying their combination in the backcourt. Akuso, oh, spins, wheels, deals, can't hit. Froling takes it away.
And once again, you know, shooting over those big arms of Tolos, not easy.
Here's Froling, the elbow catch, swings it, the ball moves. Little triangle for the Caps on the corner. Nice kick from Tolo. Melbourne lines it up. It's off the iron, but they get it back. Rochi on the attack.
Oh, great move
from Rochi along the baseline.
And Rochi's up to 8 points now, leads all scorers.
Reed finds Keel. Flare screen from Akuso. Reed has it, attacks the middle. The ball gets through some hands, but Rochi gets her hands in it. And knocks it out of bounds. No, the foul call. Foul called on Nadine Payne. And that's... Is that her 3rd personal? She's out of the game.
Yep.
Might be her 3rd. We'll check that. She's out of the game, and Lara McSpadden, the 21-year-old, replaces it.
That's going to hurt them a little with Payne sitting on the bench, but, you know, opportunity for McSpadden to get out there and do her stuff.
Oh, Froling. Jeez, I love it when she catches it on the elbow and rips it through, but she can't finish there. Heel. Guarded by Cabillo. Works off Akuso. Draws the double. They roll it into Akuso. Takes it strong. Jeez, that's beautiful execution from the fight.
That's a great strong move. Great ball movement there. Little roll pass there from Steph Reed into the low post, and a beautiful strong move.
You've spoken about how hard it is to shoot over Tolo. Is that how you need to attack her? She went right into the chest of the shot blocker.
Yeah, I mean, if you can't stand back and shoot over her, you know, unless you're, you know, 7 foot tall yourself. But yeah, that's absolutely the right way to attack her. Get in close, plant those feet and go up strong.
Kuso cans that one. And we're all tied up early in the second quarter. 4 points for Akuso. Cabillo finds Tolo. Rochi. They don't have much happening here, the Caps. Froling. Oh,
nice cut through the key from Tolo. Great vision there from Froling. They've done that a few times before, I'd say.
And that puts the Capitals back up by 2. Here's Heel. Hard show. Ball finds Heel again. She's on the move, rejects the screen, and kisses it off the box.
That's just beautiful to watch, isn't it?
She's up to 8 points now, Heel. 4 of 4 from the field. Melbourne, great pass to Tolo. She can't finish. Oh, wow, that was a bunny underneath, Trace.
Very unusual for Tolo to miss a sitter like that, but it happens.
She's fighting them with a great target in the middle of that lane right now, and they're finding her.
She's got herself to the line anyway.
Sticks that one, searches for someone to give 5. Can't find anybody.
Is that allowed? I think it is. Yeah.
They'll have to show that on the video, I would have thought, Paul Norris. And some extended pressure from the Capitals off the free throw. Press break from the Fire. No problem whatsoever, and they're back into the zone, the Capitals. Heel reads it, calls the play. They send Murray along the baseline. Akuso on the attack. Tolo knocks it out of bounds.
Akuso was just a little bit slow on that first step there, and I know her speed is going to improve over the course of this season, but you know, that's a move that she can make, and when she gets a little bit fitter and stronger, she's going to be fantastic.
Of course, coming off that season out of the game with the ACL injury.
Yep.
Loses the handle there. Oh, throws it up on the buzzer. And Paul Norris loving the defensive pressure from his team right now.
Yeah, he'd be pretty happy with this pressure. And that's, you know, definitely something that they would have talked about and needed to work on after the last game.
He spoke specifically about their pick and roll, Trace, and that's so important, obviously against everyone, but especially this Fire team when you've got Heel and Nicholson and Steph Reed making plays. Oh, what a nice pass.
Oh, that was a great look there from Rochi to Melbourne. She just couldn't quite make the easy layup.
Couldn't believe she was that wide open, I think, on the back.
You can be too wide open sometimes, can't you?
I never found that. Under the bucket. Here's Murray. And I think that's an offensive foul on Akuso. And Melbourne makes up for it down the other end.
Oh, yeah, that's a moving screen.
She drew it nicely too, Melbourne. It's a dicey one when you wrap your hands around as a defender as you try to get through that screen. Sometimes the officials don't take to that too kindly, but there she got the benefit of the doubt.
Well, it's a gamble you take, isn't it, when you do that? You never know which way it's going to get called. But she was lucky on that occasion.
A veteran play from the rookie.
Yes. Which is, how good is that to see that? It's fantastic.
It's Cabillo. Heel up in her stuff. Some off-ball action. Froling faces up. They roll it into Tolo. She backs down Mackay. Those early fouls for her.
That's great D there from Mackay. Tolo had her on the hip, but wouldn't allow the space.
She's got a bit of a point to prove, Mackay. You can see it from that opening possession there of her coming back into the game. That early foul trouble. Nicholson on the attack. Pull up. It's off. And the putback. Down low from McSpadden. In the right place at the right time.
Totally.
So a 2-point game there. 2 offensive rebounds from McSpadden.
I just saw Shane Froling in the crowd, so he obviously can't hear me, so you won't know that I didn't mention him. He's not Keely's father. She's Jenny's daughter.
He was notable by his omission, for sure. He'll be sliding into your messages at some point. There's Cabillo on the attack. Oh, nice take. Can't finish. Good pressure from McSpadden, the 21-year-old. Heel on the attack. Rochi and Roof double. The one-handed whip pass from Heel. Steps into the straightaway triple.
Oh, wow.
Timeout, Canberra. Paul Norris not happy. The Townsville Fire out by 3. Shyla Heal's got double figures.
She's certainly having a huge impact in this game, and you know they haven't really come up with an answer to stop her yet. And she's leading all scorers with 11 points and finding open spaces in the key and bringing other players in as well. So they've got a job on their hands to combat Shyla Heal.
Paul Goris not happy with what he saw there. As we creep into this Shannon Seabold timeout for the Fire.
Let's go, close. Next. Here. Try. Right. You're going to go throw it, like horns out. Throw it, get it back. Next, you clear low. If he's open, throw it, and you're downhill on the rim. You go and throw it. Right. If he's not, let's go straight into that straight screen. Now, flip the pick. Flip it, throw it to low, and we'll make a layup on the rim. Go. Here we go.
What'd you make of that, Trace?
It was a little hard to hear there with that music in the background.
Enjoying the music? Is this sort of your...
Yeah, I don't mind it. Wouldn't be my first choice. I don't mind it.
Well, off that three-point hit, 11 points for Hill, the game-leading score of 5 of 5 from the field, and they extend the pressure, force the turnover. Foul called on Froling as her and Hill both hit the deck.
Froling and Hill. 20 years ago, when you said those two names in a game, you'd be watching an NBL game.
They might have been hitting the deck.
Yeah, no doubt.
In that fashion, with Froling knocking Hill to the hardwood.
Yeah.
There's so many daughters of famous basketballing fathers and mothers in the WNBL this season. We'll talk further about that at half-time.
It's great to see.
Here's Nicholson, guarded by Rochi, spins off her, finds McSpadden in the corner. She finds the fresh air and Melbourne takes it away. They need a settling basket, the Capitals. Cabillo falls over, Froling guarded by McSpadden. Here's Melbourne, they don't have much happening offensively.
Great pass, bad luck.
And Mackay draws the rebounding foul on Froling. Talk us through it, Trace.
That was a bit of an ambitious shot there, and I think she was a bit frustrated at it, and unfortunately reached over and fouled in frustration.
All squared up in the rebounding count. It's an absolute arm wrestle, that one. This one, Nicholson off the back of the rim. Ruth clears it. She's bigger than she is, Ruth, I feel. There's those long arms.
Yeah, I agree. Absolutely, she does.
And a big motor. Froling. Rochi. Late in the shot clock, the ball finds Melbourne. Strong take. No touch on the finish.
Yeah, just lacked a little finesse at the end there, but the move was just perfect.
Hill. Ruth crawls in. Hill invites it, attacks. Wild pass, and Rochi gets the hand on it. The ball goes back to the Fire. Is that? You saw the adjustment there with when Ruth. The switch happened. She didn't step off Shyla Hill and give her room to create. Crawled in and made life difficult.
Yeah, and I think that's an adjustment that Canberra have to make and get right up in her grill and don't allow her that space to make those passes.
Murray lets it fly, can't hit. And strong offensive board from Nicholson down low. First foul on Ruth. How's this board from Nicholson? Clears space against the young Jade Melbourne. And pulls it down amongst three.
That was pure strength, that rebound, and experience.
She's tough,
yeah, she
Lauren
is.
Nicholson. We know how skilled she is at the offensive end. Former defensive player of the year in the WNBL, and willing to do all the hard work that coaches love.
Yeah, she's definitely be a coach's favourite, I'd say. or a favourite type of player. Like she'll play any role, and she's definitely got skills at both ends of the floor.
She underrated as a signing. Trace, I saw a tweet from Shane Heal earlier today suggesting perhaps that she might be. Other signings maybe getting a whole bunch of bars, but Nicholson, big time for the Fox.
Yeah, no, I would agree with that. Nicholson is a quality player and has been for quite a few years now. So, yeah, I would agree with that.
Nervous moment there from Mackay. I thought she picked up another foul. But in fact, she might have there. And that's not what they needed. They've got Nadine Payne on 3 fouls, and they've got a bit of issue with their foul count. The Capitals timeout called, 4-point lead to the Fire. Let's have a listen to championship winning coach Paul Gorris. Don't have him. Let's go back in with the Fire huddle. Shannon Seabom.
Let's look into Miami. Let's look into Miami. There's anything out of the way. So you're at the fire, right? You're close on your side.
So I mentioned,
It's really difficult to hear in those timeouts.
as I mentioned, it's a bit of an arm wrestle as far in this opening half. The pendulum now slightly swings back to the Capitals. 4-point lead here for Townsville. 3 minutes and change before half time. There's,
Yeah.
you can see there the Mackay coming out of the game. She did pick up her 3rd foul there, going through that Rochi screen. What do you need to see? What does Paul Gorris need to see out of the Capitals here to close out this half?
Yeah, well, look, I think they need to put on some real hard pressure defence. Keep the ball out of... Oh, is Charlotte Hill, is she just subbed out, or is she still out there?
She's out. Nicholson and Reed in the backcourt.
Okay, well, they need to pressure up the floor as they're doing. Keep the ball out of guards' hands.
Well, they do look good when they extend the pressure, don't they, the Caps, off those free throws. Here's Reed. Nicholson. Melbourne sliding her feet. Ruth contests the Nicholson attack, and they get a much-needed stop.
Ruth's done a great job on the boards tonight. She's really banging those boards.
We talk about toughness. I see that in Maddie Rochi as well. And we saw it on that opening night. Yes, she had that 27 field goal attempts, but constantly on the attack, ready to get in the paint, invites the contact, and here she is back at the free throw line.
And I think that toughness, that physical toughness, is a trait of the Canberra Capitals. It has been for quite a few years. And, you know, Tolo, Froling, they're all just tough physical players. And you know, that's something else that you have to beat other than their talent.
She's got 11 now. Rochi, the equal game leading scorer. Her and Heel. And Rochi's done it also on 100% field goal shooting. 3 of 3 from the field. So good backcourt battle taking place. Rochi and Heel. Here's Murray. Hands from Roof. The ball comes off the Capitals. Delaney down low, and the ball goes back to the Fire.
It's always a risky pass, that bounce pass in the keyway there. 9 times out of 10, it's not going to come off.
Here's Murray. Offensive foul called on the screening action on McSpadden. And that's been a bit of an issue for the Fire, those calls. McSpadden picks up her 2nd. They've got Payne on 3, Mackay on 3, and now McSpadden picks up her 2nd personal.
So both teams are in a bit of foul trouble at the moment, so they're going to have to be careful of that, and maybe we might see a bit of a change up in defence.
Terror screen from Roof, frees up Rochi, and an offensive foul. Steph Reed got to the spot, Trash.
Yeah, look, I think she was there. It was definitely a tough move by Rochi, but I think Steph Reed just might have been there.
Rochi not happy. There's Reed. feet outside the charge circle, took the hit right down the numbers.
Yep, right call.
Just needed that poise to see that coming, Rochi. Stop on a dime for that floater. Here comes Reed. Nicholson off the pick. Murray finds Woods. Here's Reed. Steph Reed loses the handle late in the shot clock.
Oh.
Nicholson nearly travels, throws it up, and the Capitals take it away. Good defensive stand for them.
Yeah, that was a great stop there for the Caps. So Fire got through their offensive set, but just couldn't get the open space.
We feel like the Capitals have answered the call out of that Paul Goris timeout. Ball tapped out there by Reed. They'll get it back, but the arm wrestle continues. They've worked it back to a one-point game.
Yeah, and look, Paul Goris in that last timeout, even though it was hard for us to hear him, absolutely positive he would have said he wanted to step up the defensive intensity.
Rochi, the shot fake. Tolo back in the game. She grabs it, and Murray steals it away from her.
I think any time a centre player puts the ball on the floor in the middle of the key, those pesky guards are just waiting to steal it.
And there's Nicholson slashing to the cup, drawing the foul. She goes back to the free throw line. She's got 6, Nicholson, 4 rebounds, and this will be her second trip to the stripe. That's when they look so dangerous, the Fire. I feel like in secondary transition, they make good reads, don't force anything up the floor, but off that first skip pass, somebody's always ready to attack. Townsville back up by 3. A little under 2 minutes remaining in the opening half. Melbourne draws the foul.
Oh, that might have been a little bit lucky there. She was a little bit out of control on the way through the key.
She's up against it, a little bump and grind down the floor against the elite defender, but did enough to draw the foul and head to the stripe.
And, you know, the referee was behind her when he called that foul. And, you know, when you reach in like that from behind, it's not going to go in your favour too often.
The youngster, Jade Melbourne, front of the rim there, 2-point game.
I'm liking Jade Melbourne's game. I'm loving the fact that she's got some confidence out there and taking it to the hoop and shooting it when she's open.
Nicholson, McSpadden, Murray spent it before she had it. Heel attacks Melbourne. Gee, she slid her feet pretty well, but Heel down the other end draws the contact, and she'll head to the charity stripe.
Yeah, she wasn't able to get away with that one.
Her first trip to the line, Heel. 15 points in the opening night win over Perth, 7 of 13 from the field, and tonight she's got 12 now. The game leading scorer has not missed from the field, and 1 from 2 from the charity stripe.
She's certainly come out focused and ready to go like she always does, and I reckon we've got a lot more to see yet.
Tolo, guarded by McSpadden. Nicholson digs in. Tolo to the middle. Running hook can't go. Heel clears it. And here come the Fire. Heel calls for the pick. Puts, great hands from Tolo. Picks Heel's pocket. And like a giraffe on roller skates.
The centre picks the point guard. What's going on there?
Cue the Benny Hill music with the fast break from the Capitals, but they keep possession.
Look, there's a full-on battle going on out there between Melbourne and Hill, and it's fantastic watching.
Roof. From the corner was Melbourne, can't hit. Roof gets it back. Doing it. Yeoman's work on the glass.
That's great work there.
And Tolo gets herself to the line thanks to Roof's 3rd offensive board.
And that's the value of Ruth, how hard she works in getting the ball and chasing the ball, diving on loose balls. Such good value.
Tolo front rims the second one, leaves both of them on the free throw line, and the final possession of the opening half to the Fire. It's been...
Heel for 3.
Okay.
What do you reckon? What do you reckon?
That's the call from Browning. The ball skips, she gives it up. Murray on the attack, and Tolo sends it packing.
Another one trying to shoot over the long arms of Tolo.
That's her second block of the game there, Tolo, and she just gulped that one right up.
Yep.
Great way to finish off the half for the Caps. Here's Rochi, contact in the backcourt, no whistle, and that pretty much sums things up from the opening half.
That was never going to get called.
It's a bump and grind affair, and Townsville, at the end of that opening half, take a 3-point lead into the change rooms.
Well, Shannon Seaborn would be ecstatic with that half. You know, they've come out and run their offensive sets. They've done all the right things. Shyla Heels had an outstanding first half. Lauren Nicholson has been terrific. They've done a great job on the boards. So, you know, full credit to them, hats off. Canberra have done a great job as well. You know, they've played well. But I think Townsville have, you know, they're going to show a few teams a thing or two this season.
What a grind of a second period we just had there. Yeah. 12-10 Townsville. Here's the halftime highlights with thanks to Chemist Warehouse. And talk us through what you liked from that opening 2 quarters, Chase.
All right, we're back to more of Shyla Heel there. A great little layup, one of her probably 4 or 5. And also another smooth bucket from Keely Foley. He's had an exceptional half as well. Michaela Ruth, we've already said how tough she is. Just a joy to watch.
Steph Reid came in. And
Steph Reid. Don't we love seeing Steph Reid make a basket like that?
Great take, wasn't it? And really, it was the Capitals' bigs. We know Rochi leading the way with their scoring with 11, but impressed with the play of Froling. She only got 4 points, but the endeavour from Froling, Tolo, and Ruth down low was key for the Capitals in that opening half.
Absolutely, and that is it's infectious amongst the team when you've got a couple of players who are diving on balls and doing all the hard work, then that can only rub off on everybody else.
And here's that final play of the half from Murray and the Tolo block, a big defensive stand to close out the half for the Capitals. And as you said, Shannon Seaborn, he'd be happy with that opening half, a 3-point lead. The Townsville Fire going for a 2-0 start to begin this Chemist Warehouse WNBL season. And so much of it so far has been on the back of their new look backcourt, Lauren Nicholson and Shyla Heel. And Heel is the game-leading scorer. She was absolutely terrific in that opening half. And here's a little bit of what she put on display. And talk me through, we can see the scoring, the passing there, setting up her teammates. What is it that you like most about her decision-making off these types of actions, Trey?
Well, yeah, decision-making, that's a great point. Like, she's a great decision-maker. She knows when she should go all the way, and she knows when she... Look at that running jumper there. That's just terrific. What an athlete. But obviously, she knows when to pass it in there, and she brings her teammates into the game as well, which is what I really love about her game. And tonight, she's just on fire.
She's been pretty clear that she's got her eyes set on a couple of big targets. Obviously wants to win her championship with the Townsville Fire. Put a great season and on display in with her new club, but she's got big goals. Shyla Heel, wants to head towards the WNBA draft, and she wants to make that Olympic team for the 2021 Tokyo Olympics. Where do you think her future lies in the next 12 months or so?
Yeah, look, I think she's totally on track for the WNBA draft, and I think there was an article in the news this week from Michelle Timms saying that Shyla Hill should be a definite selection for Tokyo. And we'll see. Sandy Brondello's up in the hub, so we'll just see what Sandy thinks about that. But look, if Shyla has a great season, she's on track for that as well. And why wouldn't you take her and give her that experience?
While we're talking about the Opals, how exciting is it that the following year, 2022, the FIBA World Cup is going to be here in Australia, host city Sydney, and we're going to have the Opals battling it out for a FIBA World Cup on home soil?
Look, it's so exciting, and I just think, you know, there's a legacy component to this as well, and I think it's going to be fantastic and hopefully every young girl in the country will want to play basketball after this has happened, and the fact that it's in our own home country in Sydney is just going to be terrific. And for the friends and families of the players, you know, they're going to get to go and see their heroes on their home court. Look, what can I say? It's just super exciting.
You played in a World Championships in your career. The feeling of pulling on that green and gold. Now, it wasn't on home soil, but what did that do for you, pulling on the green and gold at that level?
You know, look, it makes you incredibly proud, and, you know, I didn't play a lot in that. You know, I was a bench player in my time in the Opals, but it was just something that the very first time you put that green and gold shirt on, it's just, you just have this awesome feeling, and you know, it never leaves you really. And I think anyone that's ever been a part of the Opals team, junior Australian teams as well included, you know, you just feel like you're a part of the history, and you've done something, you know, to help pave the way for others. So that's an incredible feeling.
You mentioned a couple of people during the first half there, daughters of basketballing fathers and mothers. So many of them on display in the WNBL this season, especially daughters of past legends of the game in the WNBL. How much are you enjoying watching these girls go about it?
It is so terrific watching that second generation come through, and, you know, and that also speaks to the fact that we've got a 40-year history, and not only the WNBL, but, you know, if you talk about the World Championships and the Opals, like, you know, our girls have been representing Australia with distinction for 4 decades. Now, I'm not sure of the exact number of medals, but I think it's around 31 international medals that the Opals have won. That includes 5 Olympic medals, 3 World Championship medals, 1 of those gold, 2 Commonwealth Games gold medals, probably about maybe 12 to 15 Oceania Championships, and more recently the Asia Cup. So I think you'd be hard-pressed to find an Australian women's national team that's done better than that. And I know we've got a couple of teams like the Matildas that are awesome, and the Australian women's cricket team, but the longevity of the Opals and the longevity of the WNBL is really incredible. And, you know, we really need to pat ourselves on the back for producing such a great team.
An absolute powerhouse, and I can feel the pride coming through you. And we talk about the young stars, the up-and-coming talent that's on display in the WNBL this season. One of them, Abby Cabillo, proud Indigenous player out of the Northern Territory, and the Capitals wearing their Indigenous round jersey tonight. And Megan Huswaite caught up with Abby Cabillo during the week, and we're going to check that out right now.
Well, Abby, it's NAIDOC week this week, and the UC Capitals are wearing a special Guernsey on Sunday for the occasion. Tell us a bit about it.
Yeah, so it was super awesome. The Canberra Capitals got in touch with the Ngunnawal people, who are the traditional owners of the Canberra region, and they approved a design for us, and they were happy for us to wear an Indigenous uniform inspired by them for this week. So we're very excited to be able to do that.
You're a proud Larrakia woman and the first from the Northern Territory to play in the WNBL. What does that mean to you?
I mean, it's pretty special when people mention that to me, and I guess I hope I'm the first, but I hope I'm not the last. You know, I hope this inspires the younger generation to, like, let them know that they're able to do that and they're able to achieve this if I can as well.
You've got some inspirational women in your life. One of those is your grandma, Lorna, who sadly passed away in September, but she's had such a profound impact on your life. Can you tell us a bit about her?
Yeah, so I guess growing up, we were always surrounded by my nana and my dad's side of the family, and spending time at my nana's house, and she was able to share so many stories from her life, both the good stories and the struggles. So I guess that's definitely shaped me to who I am today, or been a big impact of that, and made me definitely strong.
She was part of the stolen generation, but that really shaped her life and the outlook she was able to take on that as her years went on. Can you give us a bit of an insight into her experiences and how she shared them with her granddaughters?
So obviously that was a super hard experience for her and definitely was very impactful, but I think something really important that she got out of it was to fight for her rights and be strong in her identity and stuff. So that was really passed down through me and my sisters, and that's something we carry with us. The most important thing was to be strong and to fight for who you are.
The other strong female in your life is your mum, Terry. What kind of human is Terry?
My mum is such a selfless woman, you know, she volunteers for everything and gives her time up for everyone and anyone, and I think that's so awesome. I definitely think that if you have a passion, you definitely need to follow that, and it comes with sacrifices, but at the end of the day, I think it's all worth it.
Stuff from Abby Cabillo and Megan Huswaite, and she's been sensational. Big minutes, big load of minutes for Cabillo with those three key players out, but she's been really standing up.
Oh, totally she has. And what an opportunity for her. Like, same with Jade Melbourne, and the Canberra backcourt have been doing a great job. You know, they're so young, and but they're getting experience game by game. They're only going to get better. And Abby's been terrific. So we're looking forward to seeing a lot more of her.
Of course, this WNBL season, they're in the hub up there in far north Queensland. Geez, a nice spot for it, isn't it? Townsville, Cairns, Mackay. This action tonight from beautiful Mackay. And fair to say, Trace, from where we'd rather be.
What I wouldn't give to get up there. And, look, I'm hoping that the borders might open in December, and perhaps a few of the WNBL fans in Melbourne can get up there for the finals. You never know. Got the fingers crossed.
What a glorious part of the world and of the country. And hopefully the girls can find some time in their days off to see some of the sights and sounds. They've got a pretty brutal schedule. These teams, these two teams, for example, the Fire have 8 games over the next 14 days. So 2 weeks, more than one every 2 days for the Fire. And the Caps, not too dissimilar, 7 games over the next 13. So not a lot of time off, but you hope they might be able to catch a little bit of the sights and the sounds.
Well, you would hope so, but apart from that, you throw in a couple of 4 or 5 hour bus trips as well. So, it makes it incredibly tough. And Canberra are backing up tomorrow against Bendigo.
Shannon Seaborn getting his crew ready for the second half. Paul Goris doing likewise. And I guess the big question for me coming into this second half, Trace, is how does Seaborn handle the foul trouble he has in his front court? I mentioned was the end of that half. 3 on Payne, 3 on Mackay, and 3 on McSpadden.
Yeah, it's hard to say. Like, you don't want to see them give up their pressure defence because they're doing it so well. But, they might have to drop back into a zone and switch up their defence a little bit, just to stop those silly reaching in fouls and maybe get their rotations happening through the bench and get everyone some court time. And I know that's difficult in a close game like this. But they've probably got a couple of players who haven't seen any minutes yet, and maybe it's time to just rotate them in.
Paul Goris, the coach of the Capitals, will be keeping a close eye on Mariana Tolo and Keely Froling, his 2 starting bigs as well. They each open this second half on 2 personals.
Yeah, and don't forget, they've got a backup tomorrow, less than 24 hours later against Bendigo. So, this is where player management comes into the fore as well.
So the adjustment from Seabom has seen Akuso into the starting lineup for this second half. Mackay will come off the bench. Payne is out there. Here's Murray in the corner. Great find from Heel. Offensive board. And can't put it away. And here comes Rochi on the attack. This is where she's at her best. Finds Melbourne. And the touch just isn't there.
Jade Melbourne needs to, she just gets that touch on those little layups. She should probably have about 10 or 12 points now.
She gets to the right spots, doesn't she? Oh, offensive foul, not called from Nicholson. And she spins her way to a bucket. Little push off, not called. Cabillo, and the steal from Akuso. She's bumping and grinding with Tolo down low.
That was the right pass. It just didn't have enough on it to get into Tolo's hands.
Cabillo fights over the top of the screen, but she's called for the foul. You can see it there. Just puts that left arm on heel.
She did everything she could to get over that.
Heel, step back. Thought she got hit. I thought so too. And in the end, it goes to Canberra.
I think that was Nicholson on that last shot.
Oh, well, that was Nicholson with the step
Yep.
back? Okay.
Yep.
Rochi. Handoff with Tolo. Rochi lets it fly. No good. The Capitals get it back. New 14 seconds on the shot clock. Melbourne rolls it into Tolo. Goes to work on Akuso, who stands her ground. Cabillo off the cuts. She'll take it.
I think you need to call it though, don't you? And how could you hear it with that crowd?
Well, it's a handy 3 points. Found money for the Capitals. And Cabillo takes it away. Here's Rochi on the attack. Draws it back. Tolo, Frolling's got the mismatch down low.
Oh, great offensive boards by Froling.
Heel with the quick hands. Cuts the ball loose. And the Fire get it back. 2 point lead to Townsville. As this arm wrestle continues in the opening minutes of the second half. Akuso. A lot of movement here from Townsville. Nicholson makes something out of nothing and gets herself to the stripe. And Trace, importantly, draws that third personal on Mariana Tolo.
That was a smart drive there. She knew she didn't really have a shot at getting the ball in the hole, but drew the foul on Tolo, and then that puts her in a bit of trouble.
That's a big play. What does Paul Goris do now with his superstar big on three?
I think you'd have to take her out at least for a few minutes, just give her a bit of a break. If she gets her fourth in this quarter, then, you know, that's not good.
Yeah, this is where those missing players, Griffin, Tupaya, Smith, just the lack of depth in the rotation might work against the Capitals. Over and above the talent they don't have on the floor. Great take from Froling. Draws the foul on Akuso. She is so tough, Trace, on those elbow catches.
Yeah, that's her bread and butter move. She does it so well and plants her feet, gets in position and goes up strong.
Goris does a great job of putting her in those positions. Maximise that strength in her game. 50th with the Capitals. Froling coming off a big 19-point performance on opening night.
Yeah, she was solid on opening night as well. She's due for a really big season.
Kuso, Tolo steps right off. Deal. Tolo comes up to the point of the screen, and that lets Akuso get right to the rim.
Yeah, that's what we like to see from Akuso, and a fantastic pass there from Charlotte Hill.
6 points now.
Great basketball.
For Zatina Akuso, and they go right back at Froling. And they clear out the space for her too. She's got the entire half of the floor to operate in. Doesn't want it. The ball moves through hands, and oh my goodness! Abby Cabillo banked her second triple of this third term.
Off the glass. Amazing.
Goodness me. The Indigenous jersey working wonders for Cabillo tonight.
She's obviously been practicing that.
If you say so. Here's Heel.
Oh.
Contact with Tolo. That's going to go against the four-time champion. It will be her fourth personal.
Oh, that's incidental contact, and it's such bad luck.
What a big play, a big moment. The superstar center for the UC Capitals, two-time WNBL first teamer, picks up her 4th personal foul 4 minutes into the 3rd term.
Yeah, and that's going to hurt.
Ladies and gentlemen, WNBL basketball team by Chemist Warehouse WNBL. Tourism Queensland, Mackay.
How does Goris handle this situation? Michaela Roof, of the obvious insertion. She comes back into the game. How long does he, I mean, she's not going to play again in this 3rd term. We may not see her until halfway through the 4th.
Yeah, she's definitely not coming back in this quarter. That would be just crazy.
So Roof instantly comes in and grabs her 7th board. Team leading rebounder. Cabilla's got a pep in her step after banking 2 threes. Froling, another little dipsy-do, and then another and one finish. Nadine Payne picks up her 4th foul.
Another classic Froling bucket. She just gets enough height above the glass there so that it just drops nicely through the net. I love it. I love watching it.
So Payne's out, McSpadden's in. And these 2 coaches, Seabom, who's on your screen there, and Goris, trying to work their way through considerable fouls, problems in their front court.
And both teams are still playing pressure defense in the backcourt.
Nicholson offline. Murray wins it back for the Fire. Heel draws contact, no call, but finish.
She ran up against a brick wall and still made it.
Tough bucket underneath from Shyla Heel, puts the Fire back up by 1.
Nobody left on the floor at the last quarter. All right, we're going.
So she's got 14 now. Heel, a foul there on Nicholson. Working with Rochi up the floor. That's her 3rd, Nicholson, and now she comes out of the game. Courtney Woods in to replace her. So foul trouble up and down the box score right now. Payne and Tolo each have 4, and a bunch of players on 3. Roof hands it off with Rochi. She lines one up, and big time hit from Maddie Rochi with the straightaway 3.
That is a clutch basket for Rochi, and she knows she can make those, but they really needed that.
So foul called there on Jade Melbourne, her 3rd personal. Rochi, she's taken her tally to 14. The equal game leading scorer, going bucket for bucket in the backcourt with Shyla Heel right now.
You know, last game we had Talbot and Esbury going bucket to bucket, and now we've got Heel and Rochi.
Offensive foul called on the Fire. Let's have a look at that, and it's the flare screen there from Mackay. Fair call?
Fair call, yeah.
Well, that's her 4th. So Payne on 4 fouls, Mackay on 4 fouls. The 2 starting bigs for the Fire, Akuso, comes back into the game as Mackay takes a seat. Roof, Rochi again. Bang!
Wow!
Back-to-back triples from Maddie Rochi, puts the Capitals up by 2.
And that's the sign of a good player, when you can make those consistent shots in clutch situations like that. Back-to-back 3s. Fantastic.
She's rolling right now, the game-leading scorer with 17 after a 21-point performance the other night. Oh, nice bucket underneath there from Courtney Woods.
Courtney Woods has had a great opening.
Sorry
That's
to
okay.
up trace, but heavy contact with the terrace screen. You see Heel a little shaken up.
I didn't see that. It was...
Neither did she. We'll get another look at it. You see the toughness on display. She's back up and about, but she's trying to pressure Rochi, and wow, just as she uses her footing. No communication from the teammates on the roof terrace screen.
Probably lucky she did lose her footing there and didn't slam straight into her. That could have been nasty. floor wipers working overtime tonight.
Who's the best, biggest, hardest screener you played against in the WNBL?
Oh, that's a good question.
You would have got hit by a few, I imagine.
Yeah, probably Debbie Slimman or...
oh, yes, the boomer.
Yeah. I'm sure there's a few more. Let me think.
You might have played with a couple, freeing you up from time to time. Here's Heel working on Melbourne. Good defense from the 18-year-old. And a stop for the Capitals as they try to extend their lead late in the third. Melbourne finds Froling. Back out to Rochi. Puts the moves on, draws the double Rochi. Froling lines one up. And that was a bit of a dart. Here comes Steph Reed. Steph Reed down the middle cylinder. Courtney Woods.
Oh, great pass.
Oh, McSpadden, strong move. Can't finish. And the foul on Rochi. McSpadden to the free throw line.
Yeah, she probably should have made that first shot, but she's nevertheless got her rebound and just found her way to the foul line.
Just a second personal on Maddie Rochi. McSpadden, her first trip to the stripe. That one rims out. I mentioned 21 years of age and already her 5th year in
It's incredible,
WNBL.
isn't it?
4 years with the Sydney Flames. Big year ahead, do you think, for Lara McSpadden?
Yeah, I think so. A big career. At 21 with 5 years experience, you can only get better.
Rochi, Froling, lines it up, can't hit, Nakuso takes it away. So a couple of empty possessions for the Capitals. They just slightly lost their way offensively. Can Townsville take advantage? Late in the shot clock, here's Heel. She's got the switch here with Roof. Crawls in, floater from the free throw line. It's off, Delaney, Froling, and the Capitals take it away. Melbourne wants it on the weak side, doesn't get it. Rochi working on Reed, right down Main Street.
Splits the middle there. Beautiful move by Rochi.
Timeout call from Shannon Seaborn. What does he not like out there at the moment, Trace, as the Capitals go up 5 after this Maddie Rochi basket?
There might be a little bit of communication on that last play. Townsville probably want to tighten up on the defensive end. Paul Goris would be very happy with this last couple of minutes. The Capitals look like they're switched back on, and we've got a game on our hands here.
So Maddie Rochi moves to 19. I mentioned she had 21 on opening night. 7 of 27 from the field. Way more efficient tonight. 6 of 10 from the field, and has got herself to the stripe as we sneak into Paul Boris's Canberra timeout. No doing there on the audio. He might have taken his... Do you think he's taken his mic off?
He may have, or he probably has, and I'm not sure whether both coaches have got their mics off or whether it's just the music.
Well, let's talk about Maddie Rochi for a moment,
Yeah.
Trace, because she's rolling right now, and Townsville having all kinds of trouble containing her. There's Kirsten Veal.
Yeah, and
Sorry, a WNBL great in her own right.
just as the Caps are having trouble containing Shyla Hill, the Fire are having just as much trouble containing Rochi. So it's a like for like, isn't it, really?
4th season with the Capitals. Rochi coming out off a bit of a breakout campaign in the championship season last year, and looking to extend that this season. Here is the matchup. Heel takes Rochi, kicks it to Woods, and she, I was going to say, thought she had that. There's McSpadden with the offensive board. Skip pass, Heel, off the rim, and the Capitals take it away.
Yeah, it's some good offensive rebounding there from McSpadden. Couldn't quite get her hands on it for the putback.
Here's Froling. Lines it up. Heel with the defensive rebound. Akuso with the step-up screen. Heel finds Akuso, wheels, heels,
nice.
finds McSpadden, but she short arms it.
Well, you don't get her much closer than that, do you?
Roof kicks it out, good decision. The staggered ball screen for Rochi. Roof flares and fires, can't hit. Froling gets it back.
You got to take those when you're that wide open. Just couldn't make a drop.
Possession here, late in the third quarter for Canberra. Froling another look. She can't hit. Oh, one-handed putback from Roof. Melbourne wins it back. A couple of offensive boards, extra possessions for the University of Canberra, and Akuso fouls Rochi.
Yeah, didn't quite get there.
So the game-leading scorer heads to the free throw line, where she's been making a bit of a living tonight, 4 of 5. And Akuso picks up her third personal. Rochi comes out for a break.
Up to 21 points. That's what she scored in the last game.
And Goris going to make use of the three-quarter time break to give her some extra rest. You can't imagine she'll spend too long on the pine, Rochi, because she's rolling. Here we go, late in the first quarter, inside the final minute. How did the Fire answer? Courtney Woods can't hit. She's had a couple of good looks in the last few possessions. Some extended pressure from Reed. And in the end, she fouls Cabillo, and Cabillo will head to the strike.
That was great pressure D there by Reed. Probably didn't need to just put the hand in at the end, but no, probably not a lot in that. There's more body. She's known for her tenacious defense, Steph Reed, and that's what she has to do.
I think that's one of the things that's so fun about this Townsville lineup. You got Reed, Nicholson and Hill, who are all going to get up the floor, crawl in on ball handlers and make life difficult.
Yeah, and they're all such hard workers. They're not going to give you a centimetre of space.
Final possession of the third term with Canberra. They've crept out to a 9-point lead, sorry. Big play here for Townsville. Back rim for Hill. Murray can't knock it in, and that'll do it for the third term. The UC Capitals, the two-time defending champs, have worked their way to a very healthy 9-point advantage with a quarter to play.
Yeah, and definitely the best part of that quarter for me was Rochi back-to-back threes. She's just really had a fantastic game, and she's a difference so far.
Came at a really important time, those triples, Trace.
Yeah, and look, she's renowned for hitting those crucial shots. She's experienced, as we say, and just looking at that timeout. See how hot it must be in there. They've all got ice packs on their necks. You know, the heat's a factor as well in this game, which we haven't really mentioned. But yeah, just back onto Rochi. Yeah, she's just been superb.
You see the free throw shooting, a lot of trips to the stripe and not super high clips. It's fair to say both teams will rue those opportunities missed. And the three balls are fired, 2 from 13. A little bit of a better clip, 5 from 13 from the Capitals, and they've got a slight advantage in the rebounding count.
Yeah. I think you know, this last quarter is just going to come down to who can keep out of foul trouble, number one, but also, you know, who can stick fat on defense and not give up any cheap buckets.
So let's bring you up to speed on that foul situation. We've been harboring the point, but it's a key one, and it's the juggle that both of these coaches are performing right now for the fire there, Shannon Seaborn. He's got his 3 primary front court players, really. Payne, Megan Mackay, and Zatina Akuso all on 4 personals.
Yeah.
And you'll see only one of them out there on the floor there. So it's Payne and Mackay out in the front court right now to start this 4th. And for the Capitals, it's Tolo, the big concern. She has 4, Cabillo and Melbourne both have 3. So,
he might not have any other choice but to bring them back into the game and leave them out there, depending on how it goes in this first few minutes.
just let it roll.
Just let it roll.
Here's Heel, who steps up and makes the big plays in this 4th term. Cabillo guards Heel on the attack. Rolls off the rim, and Delaney takes it away for Canberra. Jade Melbourne now with the ball handling responsibilities. Handoff, great take. Ooh, what a beautiful play from Canberra.
That's a great play, little 2-man game there. And what confidence from Jade Melbourne again. Great to see.
Steph Reed probing, Heel from long range. Rims out, and the Nadine Payne called for the offensive foul, and she's out of the ball game. Have another look at it, Trace, on the back end there. The youngster Jade Melbourne took the hit.
Yeah, cool.
Good call, bad call.
Yeah, I'd say good call.
So the veteran, the 27-year-old Townsville local, who's played over 200 WNBL games and had a double-double on the opening night. Nadine Payne there on your screen, fouled out. For the first one out of the game, and she'll sit and watch the rest of the way.
This is going to make things tough here for Townsville now. Let's see what they can come up with. If I was Shannon Seaborn, I'd probably throw Kate Gaze into the game now and just give her a license to shoot. So get us back into it, Kate. She's a fantastic 3-point shooter. I don't think she's hit the floor yet tonight. So,
yeah,
that'd be what I'd do right now.
A minute 50, yeah. She's hasn't seen much action, the 2-time WNBL champ. Not out there right now. Let's see if he's listening. Froling draws the foul there on Mackay. And if my calculations are correct, she's now out of the ball game.
Wow. This is certainly a battle of attrition, isn't it?
That's a tough call. She's arguing the point. Still out there. Maybe I've got that count wrong.
Yeah, I'm sure she'd be out of there if that was for her 5th foul.
Yeah, right. Okay, well, maybe I got a little ahead of things there with Mackay. She's still out there. She's only played 5 minutes, and that riddled with foul trouble. Either way, the Capitals now sneak out by a dozen.
Yeah. Yeah, they've certainly got the game on their terms right now.
This would be a big win for them. No Griffin, no Tupaya, no Smart. Tolo in foul trouble.
Yep.
And they're out by double figures. Reed from range. Big hit. They needed that, Townsville.
They certainly needed that. Great shot by Steph Reed, and we know she can shoot those. Keep it up, Steph.
That's their 3rd hit from range. And back into single digits now, a 9-point margin. Cabillo. And they respond. Here's Delaney. Roof tries to draw it back. Heel involved, and the Fire take it away.
Still plenty of time left in this quarter, and we saw Townsville peg back the lead from Canberra in the first quarter, so, they're capable of doing it.
Well, they've made a good start to that process with the Reed triple and the stop there. Can they capitalise here? Excuse the pun. Here's McSpadden.
Oh, nice
Right
move.
into the middle. Well defended by Froling. She wants it down low. Kicks it out to Melbourne. Step back. Oh, that's nice.
Very nice.
Very nice from Jade Melbourne, and Canberra, they're back out by 11.
She's certainly got the moves, Jade Melbourne. And she's like a tiny little thing, but she gets in there and to feet in the paint.
Paul Goris has a whole bunch of faith in her, and she's repaying it right now, as is Abby Cabillo, who draws the offensive foul. Have a look at it here. Slid her feet and heel with the little elbow push-off. So timeout called. We all take a breath, Trace. 11-point margin for Canberra as they try to get their opening win of the season.
Yeah, well, this is a really important game. Well, they're all important games in this short season, but, you know, Canberra, after a three-peat, they've already dropped one game. They'd be really wanting this game. And, you know, it's not, wouldn't be lost on Paul Goris either. And, you know, I think they're on track to win, but there's still 7.5 minutes to go, so anything can happen.
So Paul Goris talking his team through some zone offense. Interesting to see whether Shannon Seaborn changes up his D coming out of this timeout, if he has the read that those plays will be called. But it's hard to hear with the music,
Yes.
but it is such an incredible opportunity on the broadcast to be able to sit at home and listen into the timeouts live. You know, I talk to people around the globe in basketball circles. I can't believe that you know, we're able to do that here. We always try to take advantage where we can.
Yeah, it's incredible access we've been given, and it's, you know, a first for the WNBL. I mean, we do sometimes in finals, but certainly not in every game.
Right, Rochi can't hit there. Froling wins it back. She has been a workhorse tonight, Keely Froling, as per usual. Melbourne on the skip, on the attack. Little pocket pass, no good. Reed down in transition now. Look away pass to Nicholson. Foul called on Abby Cabillo. So 13 turnovers now for the Capitals. 6 more than Townsville have thrown. And yet they're still out by this 11-point margin. Third personal on Cabillo. Mackay wants it down low on Roof. Reed calls for the ball screen. Step back triple. Off the front of the rim. Here comes Maddie Rochi. Oh, another terror screen. Keel saw that one coming. Oh,
great pass.
Glorious pass in transition, and Keely Froling finishes it.
Her offensive transition is superb, Keely Froling. She always runs a lane. She's always down there.
Fourth assist for Maddie Rochi. And the Capitals out by 13. Big moment here for Townsville. Nicholson can't finish. Time starting to get a little bit away from Townsville right now as they trail by double digits. Oh, Jade Melbourne to the rim.
What a great move. How good is it seeing her step up to this role and just taking it at her?
She has been terrific. 10.6 boards for the 18-year-old.
What a game. She'd be pretty happy with herself, I reckon.
Well, especially, Trace, on the back of opening night,
Yep.
where the nerves would have really been flowing within her. No points, 5 fouls in 10 minutes. Not what the kind of debut she would have been after. To come back out and bounce back like this shows tremendous character.
And look, we've seen that she can play. She's obviously athletic and she's smart. Game one wouldn't have been what she wanted, so yeah, you're right. She's come out tonight and said, right, I'm going to show everybody what I can do.
Rochi finds Roof, finishes it underneath. Oh wow, Canberra now out by 15. What a second half performance it's been from Canberra, who trailed by 3 at half time. Reed, oh!
Great little hook move, hook shot by Steph Reed.
Took the contact and finished the play. What'd you like about this, Trace?
I love that little stutter step into the crossover, then the left-hand hooky. That's just beautiful.
She took it right across the grill too.
Yep.
So Froling picks up her third. And Reed just keeps Townsville in it for a moment. 14-point margin. The extended pressure forces the turnover. Froling very unhappy.
Lots of arms flying in that little encounter, but no call.
They took her by surprise in the backcourt and they won it back, Townsville. Big play here. Reed. They're trying to set up Nicholson. They go to the ball screen. Reed, oh, good call and good defense from Jade Melbourne. She stuck with the play and drew the offensive foul.
Yeah, that's right. She got wiped out on that screen, but she recovered well. Got a hand to that shot.
Rochi. Always looking to probe and attack Maddie Rochi. Pulls it out. Uses some clock. They are up 14. 5 minutes to play. Froling rips it. Can't finish. And Townsville clear it. Here comes Steph Reed. Murray lines one up from long range. Oh, big time hit.
Nice shot.
Cuts the margin of 3. And timeout Canberra. Mia Murray with her 3-point hit of the game in a big, big moment, Trace.
That is a big moment. I think you meant to say cut the margin by 3, not 2-3.
Sorry, getting a little carried away.
I thought, no, that can't be right. But yeah, no, that's a huge shot for Murray, and again, you know, that gives them a little bit of a sniff, and it's not over yet. There's still just under 5 minutes to play. So, and we saw Townsville, like I said before, we saw them peg back that lead in the first quarter, so we know they can do it. But gee, it's the fourth quarter. It's really hot in there. They're in foul trouble. It's going to be a challenge.
Nice to see Mia Murray back in the league. 2-year hiatus, the 2015 Grand Final MVP.
Oh, it's great to see her back in the league, and you know we've missed watching her play, and I think she's really going to get better and better each game as well. Obviously, she hasn't played for a while, but yeah, it's great to see her back.
Any NBL fans new to the WNBL would be interested to hear she's the younger sister of Brad Newley, former Townsville player and current Sydney Kings star. I imagine there would be quite a few, Trace. Not just NBL fans who haven't watched a lot of WNBL, but just sports fans in general.
Yep.
The eyeballs that would be on this league right now, given the current situation around the globe, would be enormous.
It's fantastic, and it's great that people get to see how fantastic athletes for the first time, and you know, hopefully we'll pick up a lot of new WNBL fans.
Here's Rochi, made a few fans this opening week, you'd imagine. Froling finds Rochi, and oh my goodness, just when Townsville started to sense they might get back in this thing, Maddie Rochi goes bang.
That's a backbreaker. But she's been hitting that, nailing them all night. She's up to 24 points. What a game.
A star in the making. Maddie Rochi. Big opening week and a big game from her tonight. Here's Nicholson. Can she answer? Yes, she can. 3-point hit from Nicholson, and it's back to 11. A tick under 4 minutes to play. They need a bunch of stops in a row, and they can't get it because they can't keep Jade Melbourne out of the paint right now.
She's just having a night out. And she's up to 12 points. What a fantastic effort from the 18-year-old.
5 of 11 from the field. Akuso.
And she's dropped.
Jeez, rough call.
Oh, that is...
You thought it was a charge?
Yeah, I did. Yeah, I thought she had position.
You know, it's a good
maybe.
Second look. I'm going with the ref there.
Yeah, you're right.
And so
in real time, it looked like a charge.
And he took a moment, didn't he?
He did. Yep.
Credit to him.
Yep.
So Akuso heads to the stripe. Melbourne picks up her 4th personal foul. Kuso needs to knock the back end of this pair in. They need everything to go their way from here, Townsville.
Yeah, and they get up in their grills, try and get a steal.
The double team on Cabillo.
And there it is.
Picked off.
Shoot the gap.
Kuso, you called it brilliantly, Trace. Here's Heel. Finds Akuso. She's feeling it down low.
And draws the foul and gets to the line. What a play by Akuso.
Set up by the pressure
Yep.
up the floor. The double team. Cabillo looped it. He picked it like a dirty nose there, Trace, as Akuso came flying in. Picked it off and made something out of nothing. Can't make it count. They're only 50. What are they? 14
right.
from 22 from the stripe.
10 points. It's not impossible.
Tolo finds Rochi. Cabillo up top, faced with Heel. The switch comes. Reed, Tolo at the free throw line. Guarded by Akuso. Nothing happening. 3-second violation and a much needed stop by Townsville. So a big moment here. I've said that a few times. Less than 3
Well,
minutes.
there's been a lot of big moments. A lot of big moments.
Well, it's been, they haven't been able to blow it quite out, Canberra. Townsville hanging tough.
Yeah.
Haven't quite been able to get over the hump. Reed. Akuso. Great spin. Can't finish. Froling. Big rebound down low. A foul on Lauren
And
Nicholson.
falling on the floor again.
There's a little bit going on between Froling and Nicholson right now. Get another look at it here.
Yeah. I don't think there was anything malicious in that. It's just, it's a little bit of contact.
So she's one rebound away from a double-double. Froling, 11 points, 9 boards now as Nicholson picks up her 4th. Fouls galore in this final game of the opening round. Melbourne finds Rochi. They try to chew up some time, you'd think. They don't really do that, though. Tolo down low, and one finish.
Used her body really well there. Went up strong for the easy left-hand layup.
Creative attack here from Rochi, spinning, wheeling, dealing, and diming up her superstar center.
Rochi just seems like she's getting more and more confident as the game goes on.
It's very impressive.
Yeah, very impressive.
So she's the game-leading scorer with 24, Rochi, but has 6 assists to go with it and just 1 turnover. There she is on screen.
Well, that's pretty good for your point guard to only have 1 turnover when they have the ball in their hands so much.
Cabillo's got 6. I'm sorry to mention. Here comes. Here comes
Make a liar of me.
Heel. Nicholson. Turnover. Good defense from Melbourne. Gee, she's impressed tonight.
She has impressed, and the rest of the competition would be looking at her going, he's someone we really have to scout, and we've got to look out for her. She's going to take it to us.
That's a great point, actually.
Yeah.
They might have, after that first night, been thinking we might eat her up.
Yeah.
Licking their lips, but she's shown tonight that's definitely not going to be the case.
Yeah.
And with 3 key players missing, the Capitals are going to secure here a really big win against the Townsville, that team that, okay, it was only 1 game, but was flying with confidence.
Oh, they were totally flying with confidence there, particularly in that 3rd quarter. But full credit to Canberra, they've been able to withstand the 2 challenges that they've made and hang in there with 3 of their most experienced players out and in foul trouble. So Yeah, it's a great effort.
And it's been on the back of, as you mentioned, that third quarter. The second quarter was such a grind.
Yeah.
Such a low-scoring affair, and it was a 3-point lead to Townsville at half-time. And you mentioned it at three-quarter time, Trace, those back-to-back triples.
Yeah.
Earlier in the game from Maddie Rocci came at such a key time, and they really went to work in that third quarter. 22-10.
Yeah.
They clamped down and got rolling.
Yeah, and they called the third quarter the money quarter, and that's when Canberra decided that they were going to stamp their mark on this game, and they haven't really looked back since then.
As we mentioned, it's the final leg of our Super Sunday triple header in the WNBL. Southside Flyers on the back of a 27-point performance from Beck Cole. Beat Sydney by 27 and Adelaide by 5 over Perth. On the back of another outstanding performance from Steph Talbot. 24-11 as Tolo rolls to the rim and extends the margin. She's got 13 now, Tolo. 5 of 9 from the field. Nicholson, pull up. Foul from Tolo. She'll foul out. But her job's done.
Her job is done. She's played a great game and made a big contribution. Her minutes were managed in the last game, and she's come out tonight looking fully fit and ready to rumble for the rest of the season.
She kind of managed her own minutes tonight with the foul trouble.
Well, yeah, that's right.
Tonight,
Yeah.
just the 18 minutes, but
Yeah.
her presence, the fact that she's out there at the start of the game, and
Yeah.
there's, her teammates know she's good to go, makes such a big difference. And others like Froling and Ruth really stood up when she's been on the pine.
Yeah, Ruth and Froling have really stepped up and in her absence and just played a great game.
Hill with a triple. Townsville feeling like they might be still in it. It's 11-point margin. Just a minute and change remaining. Hill goes to 17 now. Ruth loses the handle, gets it back, whips it over her head. Oh my goodness. A prayer from Ruth on the shot clock buzzer.
I don't even think she looked, did she? Threw it up.
It was like a Kayla George 3-ball. You don't know it's coming, and before you know, it's fallen through the net.
Through the net, yeah.
As the shot clock wound down, she stuck it and she loved it.
Yeah, she's pretty happy about that, and so she should be. What a shot.
So Ruth takes her tally to 8, and alongside 13 boys. Trace,
Yeah, and they've been 13 very important boards too. She's done a fantastic job tonight, as has Keely Froling on the boards as well. Like, the two of them, such hard workers.
So she ended up 13 and 6 on opening night, but one bucket away from a double-double tonight is Paul Morris. I don't know if we can be in there at this time. 1-point game. Maybe the margin in double figures allows us to crawl.
Yeah.
This Kate Gaze you mentioned earlier. Trace, surprised we haven't seen more of her.
Yeah, it is surprising because, she's someone that can come in and light it up. Particularly if you say to her, look, this is what we want you to do. And she'll get out there and take those shots. She can make them. She's a prolific shooter. She's a gaze. She's also the daughter of Michelle O'Connor, who played for Coburg in the 1985 championship team. There you go.
And Mark, is that right?
And yes, she's Mark's daughter as well.
Okay, just throwing that in there.
Yeah.
Keep balancing it up. What a unbelievable extended basketballing family that one is.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Heel, running hook. Oh, boy.
A running hook off the backboard. We love those.
There's a little Reese Carter about that one. Her dad's old teammate. Here's the Capitals inside the final minute of the final game of the opening round, and Townsville with a double-digit lead. Canberra with a double-digit lead. Townsville still applying the pressure, trying to cut into this thing. Rochi finds Melbourne. Geez, I'd like her to knock this down.
Oh, that would have been good, wouldn't it?
Would have been good. She had such a good game. 12.6 boards, the 18-year-old Melbourne. Murray, that's off. And the ball goes back to Canberra. 20 seconds remaining, 11-point margin. Canberra after losing their opening game in overtime. With Steph Talbot going to work in OT for the Adelaide Lightning, have bounced back superbly here. We're asked big questions in that opening half. Trailed by 1 at quarter time, 3 at half time. What is it, Trace, that you've enjoyed most about this gutsy performance from the Capitals?
Yeah, look, I've enjoyed the fact that they worked on what didn't work for them last week. Even though the game went to overtime and it was close, you know, I don't think we saw the real Canberra Capitals tonight. They've come out, they've taken it to the hoop. We've had great rebounding performances from their big girls. It's been a great team effort, and you know, seeing a player like Maddie Rochi come out and score 2 games of 20+ points is, you know, just fantastic. And of course, Jade Melbourne as well, the 18-year-old, just coming out there and having no fear.
And for Townsville, your assessment on their performance?
Look, you know, a lot of people have picked Townsville as their smoky for the finals, and, you know, I agree with that. And Shyla Heal's been outstanding, and Laura Nicholson's been amazing. And look, you know, they're going to get better. It's great to see Steph Reid out there having a crack and scoring a few big buckets. They're certainly a very well-coached team, Shannon Seaborn. So, as we see Ruth there with another 2. But we're going to see some big things from Townsville for the rest of this season. Don't worry about that.
Great pass from Rochi. Dimes up Ruth as we wind it down, and the buzzer sounds on this one. The first round of the Chemist Warehouse WNBL is in the books as the Canberra Capitals bounce back. An 11-point win for the 2-time defending champs. It's Canberra 78, Townsville 67.
There's Mariana Tolo, who fouled out with 13 points. And they were led by Maddie Rochi there on screen. 24 points for the 22-year-old on 7 of 12 from the field. 7 assists, 3 steals, and a block. What an incredible performance from her. Melbourne had 12 and 6. Froling 1 rebound off a double-double, 11 and 9. And Ruth off the bench, 25 minutes, and she had a double-double, 10 points, 13 rebounds and 4 assists. What a tremendous performance across the board from the Cats.
The point spread and the rebound spread there is sensational, and you know, that's a sign of a good team. A great team win tonight. They'd be very happy with that.
For the Fire, it was Lauren Nicholson leading the way with 19, 4 of 13 from the field, and Shyla Heal with 18. They were the only 2 in double figures. Didn't have a lot of help. Nicholson and Heal, that dynamic backcourt, and a much more even performance down the other end by the Capitals. But it was a fun game. It was an absolute arm wrestle. It was a foul-a-thon for periods of time. But this gutsy Capitals team did enough to get the win.
Yeah, it certainly did. And you know, Paul Gorris would walk away from that game feeling incredibly happy. We're not quite sure when we're going to get the rest of the Capitals players back, but you know, they're going to be a force to be reckoned with when they do get their players back.
What did you think coming into this one when you heard that Griffin, Tupaya and Smart weren't going to play this one either?
Well, you know, I thought Townsville were in with a real chance. In fact, I thought they could win, and certainly in that first quarter when they got up and they played pressure D, and you know, I think they could have easily won, but you know, they're going to do some good things for the rest of this season, so they can't be unhappy with that. Like, that was a really good performance.
Well, the star of the game for the Capitals, as we said, was Maddie Rochi. 24 points, the game-leading scorer, an absolute electric performance, and she joined us for the post-game interview. Maddie, congratulations, a great win, back to 500. You were down by 3 at half-time. What was the difference there in that second half?
Yeah, I mean, it was great to get the win. Obviously, super disappointed to start the season on a loss, but to come out and play as hard as we did was so great. I mean, our defensive pressure in that second half was definitely what won us that game.
Yourself, 24 points, 7 assists on the back of a stat sheet stuffing performance in the opening game. How are you feeling about your game right now?
Yeah, I mean, it's great to play. I mean, I do what I do just to help this team get the win. I never really look at how many points I score or how many rebounds and assists I get. I do what I do just to play for the team. So to do everything that I've done today was great to get the win for the team.
Maddie, Tracy here. So you're back up tomorrow against Bendigo, which is really tough. How are you guys going to approach that, and what are you going to do for rest and recovery?
Yeah, I mean, to play back-to-back games is obviously super hard, but yeah, we're just going to go home, do some ice baths tonight, get some food and get some sleep, and then we'll be ready to back up tomorrow.
Maddie, a word on Michaela Roof. Tolo had foul trouble throughout tonight and was limited in minutes again, but Roof, a double-double, a power of work on the glass. So what did you enjoy about her performance?
Yeah, I mean, it was great to have her on the court tonight. Obviously, we're a bit scared with that ankle injury that she had in that first game. But yeah, she comes out and does everything for the team. But getting on those O boards and the D boards is definitely what we needed tonight.
And when are you going to get Kelsey and Talia and Britt back on the floor?
Yeah, it's a secret, but they're coming, don't worry.
Great stuff, Maddie. You were absolutely electric tonight. We really enjoyed watching you go about it, and congrats on the win.
Thank you.
There she is, Maddie Rocci, the star of tonight, Tracy, and that was the second half highlights here. A couple of back threes from Cabillo in that third term were enormous. Keely Froling going to work, and it was really in this third term here when the Capitals put their foot on the pedal.
Yeah, and they really did put their foot on the pedal, and the experience came to the fore, I think, in this third quarter. And, you know, Jade Melbourne, you know, what a game by her. Like, just the 18-year-old to come out after what you would call a very quiet game last game, it's great to see.
Froling, one board off a double-double. She was big, and this is the girl you were talking about, Jade Melbourne, 18 years of age, working hard at both ends of the floor. That hit from Reed kept Townsville in it for a moment. But again, Melbourne with the poise there on the step back. That was probably essentially the sealer.
You're right, that word poise, like, I think for someone so young, she has got a lot of poise, and it's terrific. She's got a huge future ahead of her.
Again, more of Melbourne to the rim, slamming into the back wall. What a terrific performance from her. And we mentioned Roof. A big double-double off the bench with the swollen ankle and all. 10 points, 13 boards and 4 assists. An all-round excellent performance. Mia Murray knocked that one in to keep Townsville in it. We enjoyed watching Froling work off the elbows and Rocci lighting up the scoreboard. Steph Reed got busy in that
She did.
fourth term, didn't she?
Love watching Steph play. It's great to see her getting some opportunity.
A little bit more. This is a Jade Melbourne highlight reel. And Rocci found Tolo down low as the Capitals came away with the double-figure win. And there you see the full-time stats. Trace, and 6-point rebounding advantage. And look at those 10 dime differential. The ball moving nicely for the Capitals.
Yeah, look, there wasn't a huge amount in it, the percentages and shooting percentages, but, you know, the Caps came out on top. They deserve the chocolates tonight.
And that puts a lid on round one, the opening round of what a frenetic opening round it was. It's going to be a frenetic season. What did you learn in this opening 9 games about maybe a particular team or a particular player or the league as a whole that maybe you didn't know coming into the start of the season?
Well, obviously I've had to sort of do a bit of homework on a lot of the young girls that have come in because, you know, I didn't really know a lot about them. But, you know, tonight we just saw Jade Melbourne put on a display, and it's just so good to see these young kids coming in You know, the Flyers had a loss to the Boomers, which you would have to say was unexpected. There's been a lot of noise about the Flyers, and so I learned, you know, that you can't always, things don't always fall the way you want them to. So, and Townsville, you know, they've come out and won a couple of games, won a game, and you know, they've had a great start. So I think I've learnt that anybody can win this thing right now.
Nice. So I'm going to put you back on the spot in a moment. I'm going to ask you who was your player of the round, your player of the opening week. But I'll give you a moment to think about that as we glance towards the next slate of games, see what we've got next on the schedule. Round 2 matches, the Capitals up against Bendigo. Geez, they had a bit of a struggle, Bendigo, in the opening round. Perth and Melbourne. Southside will take on Steph Talbot and the Lightning. And Townsville up against the Sydney Uni Flames. That's tomorrow and Tuesday. As, the games just do not stop. There is so much WNBL action for you to take in night after night.
Yeah, and how fantastic is that? I think it's great that there's a WNBL on every night, and for the people that haven't seen it before, it's a great opportunity for them to become a fan, maybe join up to one of the teams, whoever your favourite player is, you know, great opportunity. So, are you going to put me on the spot?
I am going to put you on the spot. Player of the rounds. I'll throw a few out there for you. I mean, do you need that? Steph Talbot was incredible.
I would have said Steph Talbot. Probably Maddie Rochi's up there as well.
Okay.
Sarah Blitzars, I think, had 2 great games. I don't have all the stats in front of me from all the games, but yeah, I think those 3 for me.
Tess Madgen as well was pretty impressive, wasn't she?
Yes, she was. Sorry.
She was 23 points in their opening win against Sydney.
You've got the stats in front
And well, I've got a couple, and then boy, didn't the Boomers light it up against Southside? 60% from 3, 16 threes at 60% with Tess Madgen and co just en fuego.
They lit it up, didn't they? Just incredible. 60% shooting is, you know, that's a pretty high percentage. So, you know, let's see if they can do that. If they can keep that up every game, that's going to be amazing.
Well, they were probably the team of the round, really, weren't they? With the Boomers, with that big win over Southside on the back of the win over Sydney. And we enjoyed a whole big day of action today. And it was the Capitals who closed it out with a double-figure win over the... who was it they played tonight? Townsville. It's been a long one, but a win for the Capitals over the Townsville Fire. They moved to 500, 1-1, the 2-time defending champs, and likewise for the Fire, who thrilled us on opening night and got toppled in this one. On behalf of Tracy Browning and myself, and the whole hard-working crew out the back, and everybody taking care of business in Mackay, we thank you for watching. Good night. This has been the Chemist Warehouse WNBL.